2 special medium.
There are 20 beers on draft, an extra friendly atmosphere.
There we are.
And an owner who seems to know just about everyone sitting at the bar.
Would you like another beer?
But let's make one thing perfectly clear. McCabe's en masse is absolutely not some run-of-the-mill pub.
Our unofficial slogan is that we are not an Irish bar. The name is a little bit misleading. We're doing modern American cuisine, local, fresh, creative plates.
Located in Porter Square, Cambridge, McCabe's en masse is one of the best new restaurants in Greater Boston, where Executive Chef Graham Honig is applying high-end cooking techniques to deliciously approachable food.
My background is both fine dining and some comfort foods as well, so I really enjoy combining those 2 elements and presenting things that are both warm and comforting, and then at the same time have some real technique involved and some beautiful plating.
And the food here is so eye-popping and mouth-watering, you'll want to try it all, which is why owner Brian Manning makes sure that many of the dishes could be ordered as either shareable small plates or full-sized entrees.
I love going to places where you can share a bunch of different plates and you can try a whole bunch of different things. But sometimes you just want a burger and you don't want to go out and share a bunch of small bites. You have the option.
When it comes to sharing, wings are always a good bet, especially these spicy sweet sriracha ones, served with pickled carrots and house-made blue cheese. For something a bit more adventurous, try the duck confit sliders with Napa cabbage slaw and duck skin cracklins on griddled brioche.
The griddled brioche has a nice little bit of crunch to it. The duck confit is very, very tender. Then that slaw brings the tanginess to the party, and then a little crunchy duck skin crackling on top.
But of all the ways to start your meal, you simply can't ignore the dish named Bacon Bliss, featuring applewood smoked candied bacon from Vermont.
We glaze it with a really nice thick brown sugar syrup and then just slowly render out the fat until it's nice and crispy, and people love it.
It's delicious, and it's just a few pieces of bacon on a plate, but it's bliss.
For a bit of bliss you won't want to share, McCabe's braised brisket sandwich is without a doubt one of the tastiest stacks you'll ever sink your teeth into. Made with tender brisket that's been smothered in seasoning and cooked all day long.
This is a 6-hour sandwich. It may take them 10 or 15 minutes to put it out to you so you can have it for dinner, but it's a 6-hour sandwich.
The brisket sandwich is a labor of love. It is a complete and total mess, but it's delicious.
The brisket is amazing. It's juicy and it just falls apart. The cheddar, the caramelized paprika onions, get a little bit of smoke in there too. What I see labeled as the horsey mayo, the horseradish mayonnaise that goes on there as well. The way all the flavors combine, it's definitely worth the mess.
Many of the larger plates at McCabe's showcase Chef Graham's fine dining chops, like the dayboat scallops that are pan-seared in duck fat and served with harissa, sweet turnip, and blood orange, and fork-tender short rib with roasted parsnips, pearl onion, and rosemary foam.
We sear it, we braise it until they're just super, super tender. Only a fork required. This is fall-apart tender meat.
At the other end of the dining spectrum, McCabe's extra meaty, extra messy pork ribs are a barbecue lover's dream.
I'm a rib connoisseur. I've had them at plenty of different barbecue joints, and his are the best ribs I've ever had.
And what really sets these ribs apart is Graham's sweet, smoky, spicy secret barbecue sauce.
I've been doing the same barbecue sauce for 17 years. It is the only recipe that I never write down and do not share with any of my fellow cooks. Hopefully one day that might be my retirement. We'll see what happens. But that barbecue sauce is really the key.
I believe it's ketchup based. He said it starts with Heinz 57, and I think that's about as far as I got him to go. Hopefully you can maybe get it out of him. Sneak a camera in there so we can watch him make it someday.
The shareable plate concept continues all the way through dessert, where you can sample a platter of house-made sweets like angel food cake, chocolate-dipped fruits, and maple vanilla gelato. Or go all in and order the colossal Valrhona chocolate chip cookie for $2.
It is a colossal cookie. It's huge. It gets a big fat scoop of Christina's vanilla bean ice cream, and then some duck fat caramel, a little toasted hazelnut over the top. Everything works well together, so the cookie is going to be gooey and soft and hot, and then you've got the ice cream that's melting over the top, and the duck fat caramel is just bringing a little bit of sweetness, a little fattiness to the table. It's super tasty.
And whether you're sharing every bite or savoring it all yourself, Graham makes sure every dish at McCabe's en masse looks as good as it tastes.
Cooking is what I'm passionate about. I'm not a musician or an artist, so when I'm cooking and when I'm plating, that is my art right there, so it's satisfying.